Hey Credit Warriors, Credit Shifu here, and we have received reports in the last couple of days that Chase has been expanding the so-called 524 rule to several co-branded cards, well, pretty much to all of their cards, really. So first of all, if you don't know what the 524 rule is, this is the rule that Chase has that basically if you have applied, or not applied, but actually opened 5 new credit card accounts in the last 24 months, so that's 2 years, you will not be approved for any new Chase cards, okay? And many people have hit roadblocks in their applications because of this rule. I've been denied because of this rule too. For the Marriott Premier Plus card, they denied me twice because of too many accounts opened in the last 24 months. That's basically 524. Now 524, they won't officially admit that this is a rule, but pretty much according to all the data that people have collected through looking at people's applications and stuff like that, you can pretty much see the correlation that this is something that exists. And over the last few days, there have been reports online that the Chase Hyatt card, the World of Hyatt credit card, is now subject to the 524 rule. So previously, a load of the co-branded cards, that's not like the Sapphire, the Freedom, all those are like the Chase cards, but Chase's co-branded cards in cooperation with other hotels and airlines and stuff. Previously, most of those cards were not subject to the 524 rule. You could apply for them even if you had opened 5 or more accounts in the last 24 months. But apparently this now is not the case. There was an article about this on Doctor of Credit, and they said that they haven't seen anyone who is over 524 having a successful application for the Hyatt credit card from Chase since November 13th. So it seems that for the last, this has been about a week or so that this has come in. If you go to Reddit's churning page, which is a credit card page on Reddit, there are people posting about other cards that they're also getting denied for being over, when they were over 524. So this includes the British Airways Visa Signature Card and also the IHG Rewards Card, which previously, according to all the blogs like Points Guy, Doctor of Credit, etc., were not subject to the 524 rule. They perhaps now are subject to the 524 rule, okay? There haven't been any reports of people getting approved for them who are over 524 on the Reddit churning community or any of these blogs. So it's possible that the 524 rule has expanded to all Chase's cards, or almost all. If you have a look at the list that Doctor of Credit has of the cards that are not subject to the 524 rule, you can see, well, we've had reports of the IHG, the Hyatt, and the British Airways Visa Signature Card. Oh, and also the Iberia card. We've had reports of that as well, of people getting denied who are over 524. So that's like 4 cards out already. Then there's a few cards here, like the Ritz-Carlton card, that aren't available to new applicants. So it only really leaves a few cards, like the Chase AARP, Chase Disney card, or the Chase Amazon card, which may still allow applications if you're over 524, although that's not confirmed as well. Maybe we'll get more data about that. So anyway, what we can kind of draw from this is that Chase seems to have expanded the 524 rule, and it possibly is now including all of their co-branded cards as well, with the exception of maybe the Amazon card, maybe the Disney card, but we may soon find out that that's the case for them too as well. So let's now have a look at a few ways of getting around the 524 rule. In the past, Chase private clients could apparently in branch get around the 524 rule when going through their private banker. That apparently now is not the case. Authorized user cards can also cause problems, but you can get around that by calling the reconsideration line. So previously, I've had mixed results with this. So with the Sapphire Reserve, I was over 524, but one of the lines of credit was an authorized user account, which in theory shouldn't count. I called the reconsideration line and they approved me for the Sapphire Reserve. Similar thing happened with the Chase Marriott Premier Plus card. I applied for it. One of the lines of credit was an authorized user card. I called them up, I explained it. The guy told me that I would be approved, but it had to be sent for a final check. And obviously that final check didn't go through because they denied me again with the same excuse, too many lines of credit in the last 24 months. Then another thing is store cards. Store cards, if they don't have the Visa or MasterCard logo or whatever, and they're just for use at that one store, they apparently don't count towards 524. I haven't confirmed this, but this is apparently the case. They do not count. Also, business cards that don't report to your personal credit, personal credit report, they're not going to show up. because Chase is looking at your credit report to find those 5 cards that you've opened in the last 24 months. So if the business card isn't reporting to personal, then that's not going to count either. So if you want to keep yourself under 524, you can consider going for a business credit card. If you have a business, great. If you don't have a business, it's kind of quite flexible, especially with American Express. I got a friend of mine who was like, yeah, I just made up a business name and just applied, and Amex gave him a business platinum card. So now I'm not telling people to lie here, but American Express apparently is pretty lenient with it. So if you've got a business, right? You do a little bit of freelance work here and there or something, you could kind of call it a business. You just make up a name for it. You use your social security number instead of EIN to apply, and you can get a card. And typically most business cards don't report to personal, but it's not absolute. Some do, so you'd better just check that out first if you do want to keep under the 524 rule by making use of business cards. So yeah, that's basically the video today. And what is Chase doing, guys? I mean, come on. All the other credit card companies are increasing their benefits, and Chase seems to be bringing it all back in. I know they have to save money, but what's going on? I thought that this was very funny. I saw this on the Reddit churning community. Someone commented here, Amex, check out our awesome new gold cards. Super sweet, huh? Capital One, we've got a totally new transformable currency that you should sign up for too. You definitely want this card. Citi, don't forget our new Prestige. We're improving it too. Chase, fine. We don't want you to have any of our cards anyway. Because Chase is the only one that's kind of bringing in the benefits, slashing benefits, making applications harder, expanding the 524, etc. So, bad news for some, probably not a super big deal unless you're someone who's really into churning and stuff, which I don't particularly advocate. I'm more of a long-term kind of credit card loyalist kind of guy. I favor doing referrals over churning because I feel it's more honest. But everyone has their own strategy in the points and miles game. All right, guys, if you like this video, please give it a like. If you're new, please subscribe. A very happy Thanksgiving for tomorrow for all our viewers in the US, and I know 90% of you are in the US anyway, so happy Thanksgiving. We will see you tomorrow with another special video, so do look out for that on Thanksgiving Day. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.